Hello, just want to appreciate you for coming to my channel. Please do these 4 things. First of all, if you are watching me for the first time, please subscribe to my channel, press the like button, press the notification button so that you get aware of when I upload new videos, and then finally like this video. Tonight I am going to be talking about the social media, the importance of the social media, and why you should why you should or must key into the social media circle. Brethren, when I was young, in the late 60s, early 70s, it was like, as a student, I discovered that there were dearth of information. That is, let me use the simple word, scarcity of information. Even to get books to read, it was a big problem. To go to church, to access the Bible, it was a big problem. To read the Bible, to understand it, was a big problem. Then, in those days also, we have wristwatches. That was a treasure then. And then wall clocks. Both the one that has, what do you call it? Let me leave that alone. The different types of clocks. And but the most fanciful one was the wristwatch. So everybody wanted to own a wristwatch. Then we have paper books, that is diaries. All books were in hard copies. And then, well, to access news, you need to read newspapers, the Daily Times of this world, Reader's Digest of this world, the Punch, and so on and so forth, the newspapers that were available then. And then to get them, you have to pay, or you go for free readers association, where the vendors are selling. You just cluster around and had a flip of the papers. And then again, you need to buy, when you are schooling, you need to buy dictionaries to be able to find out the meanings of words. You need to buy syllabus to be able to know the minds or the intendments of the various examining bodies, especially the West African Examination Council, and so on. And then, as at then, the telephone was analog. You have to run cables from state to state, from house to house. The cable can be cut along the line or anywhere time there is problem. I even remember the first table land phone that I had. I purchased it on credit then with a loan of 180,000 naira. That was Multilinks landline. Excuse me, in the 80s. But gradually, innovations. Okay, then you had typewriters, manual typewriters. Then later, electronic typewriter came, and then later on, computers came. And thereafter, of recent, that was from the 90s, you begin to have something like mobile phones. And when these mobile phones came, then you begin to have something like organizers. I remember the first organizer I used was the uh, hard-covered Scion, hard, very hard, packed in a very thick and rugged package like that. Then from there, a lot of assorted phones, mobile phones that came in iPad, and then of course laptop was in between, and gradually all of them were eliminating one another. I remember that Scion series, I can't remember, series 5. I think the first one I used was either series 5 or so. Very hard, but I was so extremely happy the day I came across it, because in it was there I started as having apps like Excel, Word, PowerPoint, all sorts. But again, these organizers came up later, and I knew how tremendously this technology helped me when I was working and I was studying. I would be doing some work in the office. I couldn't finish it. I had to copy and put it inside my Scion organizer, and from there I get to my school, do my studies, forget about the whole thing, get home. At night, I open my Scion, continue with my work. The following morning, I download the latest version of what I did into my computer, laptop, and then I print and just as if seamlessly I worked. Then, again, let me also say something those days. My early period was the period of rediffusion, when, strategically, rediffusion was located at strategic places in our town, under the Odon tree, where people will gather to play your game and at the same time go and, listen to the news. I think the sound was then. When you hear that, you know it's about the time to tell the news. This is Nigerian television company or something, I can't remember now. So, we had all those things, but today, let me tell you, social media came. In the first place, your mobile phone is at the same time a computer. It's a combination of everything that you ever need in this world. I'll give you an example. Nobody bothers now about wristwatches again. Nobody seems to bother even now about. In fact, desktop didn't last. Laptop took over. But today, your mobile phone, the one I'm using to record now, is a mobile phone. We knew how much it costs to buy a camera then. Everybody wants to own a camera. You see, today, your telephone is a camera. Your calendar is there. Your alarm clock is there. Your electronic books, they're all there, free. And most of them, thank God for Android. There have been developments in social media, but Android came with what completely liberated the people from information scarcity. Then you now have something like Google, where information is stored. You have Wikipedia, you have more than the normal dictionaries, you have all sorts of dictionaries. And so you have, when you hold your mobile phone, you can give a call to somebody all over the world, and so on and so forth. Then, like I said, it's a personal organizer, and then you can do everything. Now, even with this mobile phone, I hardly use my laptop again. I just compose here. Then the only reason I have access to my laptop is that when I want to print the documents, and I just download it to that laptop and print. Not only that, if there are technologies today that I can print directly, even remotely, not even on infrared, but on Bluetooth or whatever wireless thing available, I can print directly from my telephone, even onto a printer that has such facility. If not, I just download to my laptop and print. You can imagine many things. Now I'm going to church I don't carry Bible. I don't carry the paper Bible again. I have multi-versions of the Bible in my mobile phone. I don't bother about time again. I look at the time at will. And now I'm recording video for that matter. You have YouTube there. This thing had been on. I never seriously knew the impact it could make in life until recently, until about 2-3 years ago. I joined in 2018, but because of the fact that technology was so slow then, it was still buffering so I lost interest. I returned again about 2017. But by the time I came back, I found that it has been an industry whereby I now own my own television channel. Did you hear when I started? I said, welcome to my channel. Let me tell you, your YouTube channel is like your ordinary television. One, it's okay. Let me just. It's like, once you key into YouTube, you have your own television channel. Once you post there and you share it on WhatsApp, share it all over the place, you'll discover that very soon the information you want to pass goes on. And the world is focusing more on social media now. WhatsApp, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, just name them, Telegram, and so on and so forth. There are a lot of them. And what is more interesting about all these things that they are giving to us free. And then above all, your storage now can be in the space, unlike before when if you lose your phone, you lose your information. Today, once you store in Google Drive or 100 GB or whatever, or you go to any other platforms where you have free storage facilities, Polaris, WPS, Office, even Microsoft Office, you have Glow, Cloud, Savings, software app, and so on and so forth. So you lose nothing. So everything becomes easy. So today, instead of scarcity of information, we have overwhelming information surrounding us. For instance, you are taught in your classroom, you don't understand yourself, just go home and Google the topic that you are taught. And you come up with materials that by the time you study them, you'll become an excellent student. So these are the beauties of social media. And then it's the total liberation. You can see how people use social media to pass information during the EndSARS saga that happened in Nigeria. Now the whole world has become a village. You watch something or anything you are doing in your bedroom, you just want to pass information across to people, something you learned that will benefit. You just record it and send it across. You teach people on how to do things on the net and so on and so on. All of them just at the token fee of your data, which grants you access to the net. So I thank God for my generation. I moved from poverty to surplusity. When I was reviewing 2020, I said, oh my God, 2020 is the year of my breakthrough so far, the greatest breakthrough. Because I started with nothing, I said, and I'm ending with surplusity, with abundance. In the first place, people will think, oh, maybe I'm talking financial. It's not financial. In information technology, I knew more than I used to know in 2020. I used the social media more than I had ever used it in my life, and to the benefit of myself and humanity. I knew how many messages are passed across. I'm always constant on the Facebook and YouTube. WhatsApp, I created a University of Marriage there where people are even teaching themselves, and I'm just intervening once in a while. How wonderful it is to be associated with all these things. And today, Nothing is secret to me. Anything I wanted, I just go to Google, type the thing there. It brings about the information, and my life is transformed. You see me speaking as an expert on a field that I ordinarily would have been a novice to. If you have an ailment, Google it, you see a lot of solutions. I'm an Greek officer. I am a farmer all the time. Anything I wanted, I just click the button, type it on the Google application, and I get information enough for me to do what I want to do. All of them free. So that's why I say I started with nothing. I'm ending up with joy, with surplusity, because information rules the world. I now play. I can do anything. In fact, I can sacrifice my feeding money for data. When I started, in fact, but the day I started buying 1 gigabyte data, I considered myself big. But today, I don't use less than 25 to 50 gigabytes of data every month. And I don't bother about how much it costs. Thank God it's getting slightly cheaper and more reliable. So, brethren, social media is something that is so beneficial to humanity. If now, I want to urge you, the day of call me, I call you back is over. The day of the Nokia 3310 is far over. Thank God that the people who are producing the technology, they are very innovative. Even if you have the smallest itel phone today, you can WhatsApp, you can do Facebook, you can view your YouTube. The only thing you will have is memory limitation. Therefore, I urge you, if you have not joined, you are not relevant to this world. If you are not on the net, you are not relevant to this world. No wonder in religion we have been so cheated. But thank God today, the revolution that YouTube brought into religion has revolutionized that religion will never be the same. Church in particular will never be the same again. The people with real knowledge, who are not deceptive, came up with the right interpretation of the Bible, and thereby liberating millions of people from religious slavery, religious manipulation, religious robbery, religious wickedness. If there is no social media there, if there is no YouTube particularly, where you can view, you can watch, you can read, you can, listen to great men of God, people that we thought were our great men and women of God. They saw their nakedness, especially those of them who are lying against God and who are being wicked to fellow humans. They see. That's why they struggled hard to make sure that the social media did not come up, but God overpowered them. In fact, the instrument for liberation in the hands of the poor man is the social media. And they haven't seen anything. I can't imagine. You see, in the Olden Testament, it was at Shiloh that Anna, the mother of Samuel, prayed to God for a child. But Shiloh was later on destroyed. You can now imagine the reinvention of Shiloh into modern day church, whereby everybody will gather at one place every year. And some of them will call it Congress, some of them will call it annual convention, some of them will call it Shiloh hours. They are not knowledgeable enough to even know that what God has erased is what they have reinvented. And in the process of people going to this place, they wasted money, they wasted time, they wasted energy, and then many lives were lost traveling to and fro. so sad in the name of religion. Something that you can sit down in the comfort of your bedroom and look at me now. I'm lying down upon my bed doing this recording at leisure. But some of them will trick you to go there. All they're after is for them to, the offering you are bringing. I remember when I used to attend a congress and the convention, annual convention, from Ekiti to Mowe camp, to RCCG camp. I can't leave Ekiti without holding sometimes minimum of 50,000 naira. If a vehicle has problem on the road, I have to spend on it. Even when I get there, maybe I don't even have accommodation. I still sleep in the car. I have to buy food for me to eat and all that. And by the time I finish, I have to be struggling back to Ekiti. I mean, for just a night or two, visitation to a camp. What a foolish thing when I can sit in the comfort of my home and watch the same service on DSTV or on Dove Media or whatever. We expose people to unnecessary dangers in the name of religion, and we foolishly think that if somebody dies along the way, it is the handiwork of God. No, it's not true. It's our foolishness. And okay, look at what I'm recording now. I'm recording it for life. Not only for my lifetime, but forever. Because the storage, the people I'm sharing it to can share it with anybody. It will benefit somebody along the way, from generation to generation. All our sermons since we started our church in 2017, there is no weekend that we didn't post our sermon. Maybe if there is any, to be just one or two or few, very few. But if up to yesterday, Sunday, we still have posted the sermons that were preached in our church. Everything is up to date, kept for posterity and for people. So the administration we are doing is no longer for our look. How many are we even in our local parish? We are not up to 20 yet. We are not even up to 15 yet. Can you imagine? But the messages we are passing is passing across to the entire world. Once you have your data, you can click onto the Google, to the YouTube, man, the message will benefit you. These are the beauties. If there is one wonder that the Lord had performed in my generation that I'm happy with, it is the introduction of the social media, as well as what the technology has brought. My life is easy now. And then if I want to preach and minister, it doesn't take me years of labor. Just click the exact thing I wanted, go to Google, and I get all parts of the Bible there. And I get the whole load of anywhere in the Bible where the topic is mentioned. Unlike before, when I have to go through indexes from there before you open for 10-15 minutes. It takes less than 5-10 minutes now to prepare a full dose message. That's the beauty. What I was saying, why you should key in. If you want your life to be updated, key into the social media. Have your own channel. If you want to help humanity with the gifts or talents that the Lord has given to you, key into the social media, especially the YouTube, the WhatsApp, the Facebook of this world, Instagram. If you want to improve your professional skills and you want to meet people of like minds, why not go to LinkedIn? If you want to get any important for me to be making comments about what is going on, go to your YouTube, go to your WhatsApp, go to your Facebook. If you want to reach out to the world, why not? If you need information about anything, why not go to your Google? Then why not download the unlimited number of applications that can be useful to you for whatever field you are? Today I have published 1 or 2 books, up to 3 or 4. So even on the amazing, amazing publishing, kid, what do you call it? You call it King. Can't remember now, but I have published books there. So why not key into? That's why I say, if you are still into, call me, I reply. That belongs to the generations before us, not our generation upwards. But it has its own benefits, it has demerits. If you explore the negative side, you can end up destroying yourself. You remember Hush Puppy, who used the technology to scam the whole world? It's an innovation. Peace is an innovation, but it's a negative innovation. I wouldn't recommend that to, not even to my enemies. Use it positively to better the lives of humanity. All my books now, in fact, I am now recording them into videos on YouTube, so that those who cannot sit down to read for long can watch them within a few minutes and gain no better understanding of what I'm teaching humanity. So please key into social media. It is inevitable. And then many of us are docile, and surprising. Do you know that you can help shape the world for the better through social media? Open the Facebook thing and comment on issues. You will think it doesn't matter, that nobody knows you. I'm telling you, the whole world knows you, that you are part and parcel of those shaping the world for the better. So you're being quiet, you're being withdrawn, isn't that? No longer avails anybody for good. Tell people what you know. Contribute your ideas for the furtherance of the advancement of humanity. God bless you. This topic is an inexhaustible one, but I'm just encouraging you. Go to the social media, be part and parcel of those who are actively participating in social media to better the lot of yourself, as well as the lots of other people throughout the world. God bless you. See you again. Remember to share. And I think I have encouraged you. Remember to encourage others by sharing this information, as well as liking this video. Press the notification button so that you get to know when I upload another one. Above all, never forget to share and like this video. God bless you. Have a very pleasant day or night wherever you are. I appreciate your feedback also. Encourage me by subscribing. I love you. God bless you. Have a wonderful time.